Andrew, last couple of days, fortunately, for most of us across the state, we've been drying out.
Yeah,
but it looks like you've got some storm trackers out tonight, right?
Yeah, we do. We've got Marty Logan out. He's in Kansas right now, tracking a storm that isn't quite into northwest Oklahoma yet, but it's getting very close. Marty, what have you been seeing in Kansas this evening? It's been busy in southwest Kansas.
Yeah, it's been real busy up here. I'm taking a storm down into Harper County near Buffalo. I'm up in Kansas right now, but earlier had some beautiful pictures posted on my Facebook page of a storm that was northwest of Medicine Lodge. This is another storm moving down into Harper County. I'm getting on it right now. Back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Marty. So the storm that he is getting on right now is the one that's not quite across the border, but there is now a warning issued for it, a severe thunderstorm warning in Harper County for that exact storm Marty was talking about. You can see it on Links 1. We've also got our severe thunderstorm watch for northwest Oklahoma for all this action that is drifting in from Kansas. That watch is out until 2 in the morning, but it's been busy in central and southern Kansas, and more storms have fired up over the last couple of hours, and that's finally given this action an opportunity to make it into the state. There is that severe warned storm. It's severe warned for the potential for golf ball size hail. You can see some of that on the highway between Ashland and Protection, Kansas. That drifting south, but mainly quarters is what we're looking at. So anywhere from golf ball to quarter size hail. Some of that still about 15 to 20 miles away from the border, but that storm, which is much closer, more on the order of 5 to 10 miles out. So you put the track on it for 30 miles per hour. That's about how slow these have been drifting all evening long. Buffalo at 10:35, so here coming up in just a few minutes. Selman 10:45, Fort Supply Lake 10:16, Woodward 10:41, and Fargo, if it's able to maintain itself all the way down there, around 11:49. The other storm with the box all the way out here, we'll go ahead and just call it Orienta at 11:54, and Fairview, again, if it's able to hold itself together around midnight, would obviously reach Alva much sooner than that, closer to the 11 o'clock hour or shortly thereafter. But this action, the models have been all over the place with this. It's coming into northwest Oklahoma. We could get some in north central Oklahoma, and then things look quiet for most of the day. Tomorrow, one thing that has been fairly consistent is the chance for more storms up in the northeast through tomorrow afternoon. But for the most part, a lot of us are staying dry. In the middle of the week is looking much drier as this area of high pressure out to the southwest is going to drift over the central United States. That's also going to heat things up a little bit. We will notice those uncomfortable heat indices back here in Oklahoma City and across the state. To be sure, we'll be in the 105 to 110 range for a couple of afternoons ahead. It will be sweaty out there, very uncomfortable. Stay hydrated, and then you look at what happens at the end of the 9-day. We get a little bit of a break. So we get a front that comes through later this week. That'll wipe out some of that heat that we're going to experience over the next few afternoons. Guthrie camera is quiet on a Lucky Star Skycam network, 76 degrees and a south breeze that is going to be much higher over the next couple of afternoons to heat us up more. Temperatures still in the 80s across much of the state, mid 80s for a couple locations, a couple of our sensors. There's one in Alfalfa County at 84 degrees. And then also some 70s once you work into the metro, some upper 70s to mid 70s. So a warm night, we cool back down to near average. We'll be in the low 70s for the start of our Monday. Overnight storm chances, that's now through around 4 a.m. We're looking at northwest Oklahoma. By the time any of this would drift farther to the south, I think a lot of that loses its energy and its ability to hold itself together. About a 20 to 30% chance for some showers that are able to drift in from Kansas in northeast Oklahoma, and the chance for severe weather for northwestern and potentially, if we can get one of those storms in northeast Oklahoma. But a better chance for strong and severe storms there is going to be tomorrow, especially through the late morning and early afternoon hours as storms move in from southeast Kansas. 20% chance here in Oklahoma City, so very low end chance that it makes it as far west as I-35, but there is the chance for that. Quarter size hail, 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts. A better chance again up toward the northeast where more of these storms are more likely to be. Tomorrow afternoon, 96 degrees in Oklahoma City, but again, feeling about 5 to 10 degrees hotter, triple-digit air temperatures out to the west. And then Tuesday arrives and more of us hit 100. 100 in Oklahoma City would be the first that we've seen that this year. Hotter to the southwest It's going to be uncomfortable with a strong and hot southwest wind. Wind dies down just a touch on Wednesday. Temperatures go back just a degree or two, so still very hot through the middle of the week. It's until the weekend that we'll see our temperatures relax just a little bit. The front comes through on Friday. That makes things a bit more manageable for us as we're back into the upper 80s for a couple days with some low-end rain chances here in central Oklahoma. And then back into the 90s we go as we continue our way through July. Don't go anywhere. The Blitz